Sir, may I come in?
Yeah, please come.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sirs.
Ajay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, please tell about yourself, Ajay.
Sir, I am Ajay, born and brought up in Delhi, did my schooling and graduation from Delhi. I was working in the private sector for 3 years, and after that, I am preparing for civil services from last 3 years.
What are your hobbies?
Sir, my hobbies are to play badminton and cricket.
Okay, you're working where in private sector?
Sir, I was working firstly in a firm known as UTech Cybernetics, and it was.
Can you be slightly louder? We are all above 60.
I'm sorry, sir. Sir, I was working previously in the UTech Cybernetics, and it was based in Chennai. After that, I was working in Delhi at the Ankaha India Limited.
Okay. And what were you doing in that?
Sir, I was working as a software development engineer.
Okay. And why you chose to switch over?
Sir, during my last job, I was working on a project known as Jano India, where we were fetching data from the government sources and trying to show it in a pictographic manner. And sir, during that project, I developed interest into civil services, which also has other opportunities like assured career progress as well as job security. Therefore, sir, I am trying to switch to civil services.
Okay. How much of the data which was being given to you, how much of that data did you believe to be true?
Sir, pardon, sir?
When we say that our state has achieved X, Y, Z, how much of it do you think was true?
Sir, I believe that if it is written, then it is all correct, sir.
It is all correct?
Yes, sir.
Or it is for public consumption?
Sir, if the data is in the public domain, then it is correct, sir.
Okay, let's say, have you heard of Gram Swachhta Abhiyan?
I'm not aware about it, sir.
Swachh Bharat Mission, you have heard?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How successful is Swachh Bharat as per your assessment?
Sir, Swachh Bharat mission has been very successful, and as we have achieved SBM toilet in the particular in the SBM toilet section, we have achieved lot of success. As per the government data, we have achieved more than there are many villages which are ODF free. And sir, also
what
there is
percentage of the villages officially are ODF free?
Sir, I'm not aware about it.
Okay, let's say you never read the figures.
Sir, I'm not aware about it. Maybe if I have heard that, I'm not able to have it right now.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying that if government says that we have become 90% ODF, would you believe it?
Sir, I would.
Okay, that's great. What is it required to actually achieve ODF?
Sir, to actually achieve ODF, we need availability of toilets at each and every house. And there is, sir, surveillance that no one is defying it. And also, sir, availability of public toilets. That is, people, if they are moving, and in a case of emergency, they could use it.
So, I put you on this mission to check whether ODF is successful or not. Okay. Now, how will you verify based on just on data that you have that toilets are working or not?
Sir, first of all, I would like to get the data that in a particular area, how many toilets are there and where they have installed. And on a random basis, I will go there to check that if these are available.
Fair enough. What is required for the toilet to be functional?
Sir, availability of water and sir, waste disposal.
Will you cross-check with water data?
Sir?
Will you cross-check whether the households which have toilet have water or not?
Sir, I am not aware about it, but I will check it, sir.
That is the gap.
I will get it, sir.
Okay. Once they started Swachh Bharat mission, they found toilets were built, but they were not being used
Yes, sir.
because water was not there.
Sir.
That is why Har Ghar Jal Se Nal came.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Okay.
Sir, I got it.
Yes.
How are you, Ajay? Okay, good. So you are residing at Gram Sabha, Kutkala. So what is Gram Sabha?
Sir, it was the land owned by the Gram Sabha, that is the people. Okay. Sir, Gram Sabha is the body of all the people living in the village.
The village. Okay. So are you aware of the area which is where the village people live, the old area? What is that called? Laldora. So are you this 771, is it in Laldora or extended Laldora?
Sir, it is in Laldora.
It is in Laldora. Okay. So in your village there must be Gram Sabha and there must be few government schemes working there. Can you name any working scheme which work with people, where people have been benefited?
Sir, SBM is there, and sir, this Ayush scheme, health card scheme, sir.
Ayushman Bharat.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I wasn't been able to recall it. Ayushman Bharat scheme is also there, sir.
What about Manrega?
Sir, Manrega is not available there.
Okay. Excellent. You are computer scientist. So we have a issue of cyber security in India. So it seems our IT Act is not able to address that. So how do we ensure that my data remains private and it is not compromised?
Sir, recently the government has opened a national cybersecurity reference framework where it has suggested the companies should spend at least 10% of their budget for the IT security. Apart from that, sir, we need to have the state capacity to deal with the cyber security or cyber attacks. For in that area, sir, government is doing enough. That is cyber swachhta kendras and cyber volunteers, and sir, also this cybercrime.gov.
My email is hacked by somebody. Is there any provision in IT Act which will ensure that action is taken against the person who has hacked it?
Sir, I'm not aware about it. I will, sir, I will check it. I will read about it, sir.
What was this Jano India?
Sir, Jano India was a project where we were trying to analyze the government data and trying to portray it in a pictographic manner.
Jano India name indicates that you want people to know about India.
Yes.
So what is, was it a historical data or current data information? What kind of information was there in?
Sir, it was the data about the government schemes, about the current situations and the trends it is portraying. For example, sir, if we have the Manrega data, then how much it is, how much a particular state is giving, the number of days a particular state is giving, what is the state average, what is the national average, as well as what is.
So which state fared good in Manrega? What is the maximum days they are giving under Manrega? Are you aware of that?
100 days, sir.
100 days. So which was the state which has completed 100 days for everybody?
So currently I'm not aware about it, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Please.
Mr. Ajay, good morning. Your name is Ajay, just Ajay. There's nothing beyond. Single name. Do you have difficulties when you apply for various services or documents?
Sir, I'm not having any difficulty.
Like passport, have you ever?
No, sir. I have not faced any difficulty in applying for any.
People don't ask you about. Yeah. Okay. Right. And I notice you play badminton or you take interest, right? So badminton is associated with one Indian city, right? Where did badminton originate? It was named after that city originally. Okay, don't worry. Pune. It was originally called Pune. It originated in India. Yeah. You have listed Foreign Service as number 7, which is fine because it's everyone has their own priorities and interests. But you do take interest in foreign policy issues, right? Sometimes you take interest. Even you read the newspaper.
Sir, I do read the newspaper. Read the newspapers, sir.
Have you heard of the Quad?
Sir.
Yeah. Can you tell me something about Quad and how, to what extent it figures in India's priorities?
Sir, it has a very much strategic relevance where 4 countries, India, US, Australia, and Japan are there. And we also have, sir, Malabar exercise where the Quad members are coordinating with each other on the maritime security, as well as, sir, it has the strategic importance in the growing ambit of the Indo-Pacific region, sir.
Right. India is said to be by critics as the weakest link in Quad. That India is least committed to Quad, particularly because it is directed at China. What would you say to that? How would you react to that?
Sir, I think, sir, India is not the weakest link, sir. It is an important part because, sir, growing importance of the Indo-Pacific has made India more important in this region, and it is giving relevance because of its economic might as well as the maritime capabilities.
What is the difference between India and the other 3 members of the Quad in relation to China?
Sir, India shares a direct border with China, but no other member shares a direct border with China, sir.
That's a good point. So, who should know China better, India or the other 3?
Sir, India.
On a daily basis? Thank you.
Ajay, deep fakes, because you're a computer engineer, yes? And coming elections, use of bots, right? How should we address this issue?
Ma'am, recently there was an article and it was misused in the Bangladesh elections. So, sir, sir. So, ma'am, I believe, ma'am, the one way to use the deep fakes is via the non-fungible tokens. Like whatever whoever is generating the deep fakes, then they should have a non-fungible token generated corresponding to that video, and it should be available. Or, ma'am, sir, there is one more solution, that is the watermarking of videos, which can be done to tackle the problem of deepfakes.
Okay, all right. And I mean, the world over, yes, AI is becoming, something which is a matter of both concern as well as excitement, all right? So tell me two, very obvious disadvantages and advantages, right? So you tell me, just tell me the advantages, disadvantages, and then we'll move forward.
Ma'am, advantages that it will create more opportunities. Like we can use it in the healthcare sector, in the education sector, as well as in the administration and in the research, ma'am. Okay. When in disadvantages, ma'am, it is a threat to the privacy, right to privacy, particularly, and which is a fundamental right. And sir, and ma'am, also it can be misused, and as it can be biased, and it can also threat the democracy, like the deep fakes.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. So let me just cut you short here. Regarding what about, you said it will create opportunities, but it will take away some opportunities also. Yes. So going forward, what is 2047?
Ma'am, I believe. Yes, ma'am.
When? Yes, go on.
Ma'am, I believe that AI will not take away many.
No, first you tell me for 2047, or the goal of 2047, what is the goal?
Ma'am, Viksit Bharat.
Viksit Bharat, right? Now, here is a country with huge population. Now you tell me how you will find, a way around AI taking away certain kind of jobs and the employability of Indian youth.
Ma'am, AI will create new opportunities. For example, ma'am, prompt engineering. Ma'am, even more than what it will take back. Ma'am, there will be, like for example, there will be prompt engineering. Recently, ma'am, I was going through an article where it said that previously the coders were coding and developing the softwares, but if the AI will code it, then the coders will still be required to decode them and to integrate the systems with each other. Further, ma'am, it will also create more opportunities in the research sector. And ma'am, also it will also help in the skill development of the people, because ma'am, AI cannot take the manual labor. So ma'am, it can help us to skill develop our whole demographic dividend, which we can reap.
So how should we gear our education system then? Because right now you've read the latest report, no? About employability and the skill levels of people of 14 to 18 years of age. You read that, no?
Ma'am, ASAR reports.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, pardon, ma'am.
Yeah, so how do you find a way around it? Because right now, as of now, the way things exist, the kind of opportunities that will, spring up, people don't seem to be geared to, avail of them. What would you do quickly as, two major steps?
Ma'am, I will first try to develop skill into people to use AI. That is, if they can have more opportunities, they can create more opportunities using the AI. For example, ma'am, in the digital sector, and particularly if someone is using the YouTube, then they can use.
So okay, you'll develop skills. What will you do to do that? Give me practical. Now it's on you. आप वहाँ खड़े हुए हो, आपको करना है ये. क्या करोगे आप? ये तो generic हो गया ना. You'll develop skills. सोचना है इसका, ठीक है?
Sure, ma'am. I will.
When is your interview?
Ma'am, 27th March.
बहुत time है. Okay. Next time if you come to us, tell us your reply. Okay. All the best.
Mr. Ajay, very good afternoon. So what's your optional subject?
Mathematics, sir.
Okay. So you worked in software field. So very recently there has been lot of talks about global economic slowdown.
Sir,
Global economic slowdown.
Sir, global economic slowdown is there.
Yes. So in that background, how is Indian economy going to be the brightest spot? What is boosting it?
Sir, Indian economy is growing, and it can be a brightest spot because it has a huge market currently, and because of the consumption-based economy, we can continue to develop in the middle term as being the brightest spot in the current scenario.
Which sector you think gets mostly affected by the Western slowdown?
Sir, currently Western slowdown will affect our services sector the most.
Then which is the major contributing sector to Indian economy?
Services sectors.
How is it going to be resilient then? How is Indian economy going to?
Sir, because sir, in the services sector we are yet to tap our rural demography, and sir, in the long run we can develop products for the rural population, which we can reap as the benefit to develop the service sector economy.
So can you name some opportunities?
Sir, for example, recently there is a startup known as Krishify, which is working for the Indian agriculture sector, sir. And sir, similar type of startups we can promote for the rural population, sir.
Okay. So and the second thing about electoral bonds, how is it going to impact, or what is the Supreme Court's judgment exactly?
Sir, Supreme Court has repealed the amendments which were brought to implement the electoral bond scheme, and it has called it unconstitutional, sir.
When was these electoral bonds brought?
Sir, it was brought in 2018, sir.
So now what is the further steps? How is it going to affect the upcoming general elections?
Sir, it will restrict the government to issue more electoral bonds, and will ensure that the government will go back and the political parties will go back for the political funding as per the previous provisions, sir.
Okay. So are you tracking the budget?
Sir.
What's India's debt plan?
Sir.
Public debt plan.
Sir, India, I'm not aware about it.
Okay. Any idea on what exactly or approximate debt to GDP ratio?
It is approximately 80%, sir.
How much is Pakistan's debt to GDP ratio?
I'm not aware about it, sir.
Okay. How much is debt to GDP ratio?
I'm not aware about the exact number, but it is more than 100%, sir.
Okay. So when do you say a particular debt is sustainable or unsustainable?
Sir, sustainability of debt depends upon two factors. That is, if the development of our economy, the CAGR is more than the increasing the increment in the debt, sir. And sir, secondly, that if the debt to GDP, if it is not affecting our capital expenditure, sir.
Okay. So is it something to do with internal and external debt?
Sir, external debts are more harmful as compared to the internal debts because of the Ricardian equivalence. Because internal debts is the money which we owe to ourselves, while external debt we need to pay to the other countries.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, dear. All the
Okay,
best.
okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All the best.
Thank you.
God bless. And remember, सब कुछ करने के बाद भी there will be things one doesn't know. Don't let it trap you. Okay.
Yeah, thanks.